All right, number 4, before we can find anything algebraically, we need to put it in general form. So the first thing is I need to expand the x minus 8. So I really have this as x minus 8 times x minus 8, and then the minus 2. I need to deal with that exponent first. So again, I got to double distribute. So this becomes 1/2 of x squared minus 8x plus 64 minus 2. So minus 8x and minus 8x is minus 16x. Just going to simplify that now so that when I distribute, you know where I'm going with this. So half of 1 is 1/2 x squared. Half of 16 is minus 8x, and half of 64 is 32. So this is 1/2 x squared minus 8x plus 30. That's my equation. So I can use that now to find my vertex and to find my zeros. So first thing, let's start with the vertex. I have that the x is the opposite of b. Well, in this case, b is negative, so this is positive 8, and then it's 2 times a, which is 2 times 1/2. Well, 2 times 1/2 is 1, which means my vertex value is 8. I can substitute that into my equation. Y equals 1/2 of 8 squared minus 8 times 8 plus 30. So this is 1/2 of 64 minus 64 plus 30. Half of 64 is 32. Now when I add them together, I get that it is negative 2. This means my vertex happens at 8, negative 2. And since it opens upward, that is a minimum. Now let's find the zeros for this equation. So we know that the quadratic function was y equals 1/2 x squared minus 8x plus 30. So negative b, I'm going to put it here, x equals negative b, so that's 8 plus or minus the square root of negative 8 squared minus 4 times a is 1/2, and I'm leaving this fraction because 1/2 is easy to deal with, and then c is 30, all over 2 times a, which is 1/2. Well, let's simplify some of the things we have here. 2 times 1/2 is 1, which means my fraction becomes a denominator of 1, so I'm looking at a whole number. So this is 8 plus or minus the square root of, well, negative 8 times negative 8 is positive 64. Half of 4 is 2, so this is minus 60. So x equals 8 plus or minus the square root of 4. Square root of 4 is 2. That means my two solutions, x plus 2 will be 10, x minus 2 will be 6. So I could substitute them back in to verify this works, or I can go in and graph and verify it through the graph. And I'm going to use the original equation for my graph. So I have y equals 1/2 x minus 8. I'll close the parenthesis, use my caret key, get the squared, minus 2. And I can see here is my graph. It opens upward. My minimum value is at 8, negative 2. And then I've got 6 and 10. So graphically, I can verify what I found algebraically as well, yet again.